What's going on, guys? Kaz Cray back with another Baltimore State Dynasty video. And Baltimore State's going to open up the season yet again against their in-state rivals, the Maryland Terrapins. This is the third battle of I-270. The Stallions have won the first two pretty marginally, although the first game was closer, but last year a little more lopsided. Maryland trying to get their first win over Baltimore State, while Baltimore State looks to extend their record over Maryland to 3-0. And we will see what happens. Kickoff will happen momentarily. So Maryland's going to kick off to start this game after winning the toss. And here we go. Season 3 for the Baltimore State Stallions has begun. Josh Seymour going to return it. He's going to take it up the right side, and he breaks a tackle, and he's grabbed by the face mask. So a great start to the season for Baltimore State, not so much for Maryland. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Elisha Daniels, one of the Daniels twins for the Terrapins. So now Baltimore State ball at the 31, and the Franklin Jones era begins. Jones going to hand it off to Seymour, who's now the starting running back, with Jordan Burrell transferring and Jacob Spain graduating. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 after a gain of 1. Here's Jones back to pass. And his first pass as a starter's over the left side to Johnson. And Aldrin Johnson gets a 16-yard gain in the first down. So Jones on his first pass as a starter already looking good in the Stallions offense. Now 1st and 10. Jones in the shotgun. He's going to fake it to Seymour. Rolls out right. Throws it to the right side. And he finds Jadarius Duncan, the senior receiver, up the right sideline to the 28. And a first down for the Stallions. Now 1st and 10, Jones going to hand off to Seymour out of the shotgun. Seymour able to fight forward for about 9 yards, just shy of the first down marker. It'll be a 2nd and inches now. Ball at about the 18-yard line. Here's Jones. He's going to throw right side over the middle to Jimmy Blackman, and Blackman can't hold on to it. And that's why Blackman's not really getting the starting role in Baltimore State. Just cannot hold on to the ball. Now 3rd and inches, they hand it off to Antoine Tracy, the fullback, and he's able to get the first down. So now 2nd and 6. Jones going to hand it off to Miles Reed, who's blown up in the backfield. A great play by Elisha Daniels. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 now. Jones going to throw it a screen to Javier Harewood, and Harewood's blown up after a 2-yard gain. And Baltimore State's going to have to settle for a Philip Hayden field goal. Hayden going to kick it, and easily makes it. So it's 3-0 Baltimore State as we go to a studio update now. And Florida able to knock off Florida Atlantic 35-28, although the Owls did give the Gators a hard time. In the end, the Gators able to hold off DeAndre Johnson and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Another news, Marshall beats Ohio 19-17, USC beats Cal 28-20, and North Texas falls to SMU 44-42. So now Maryland ball. It's going to be a 1st and 10. Here's Max Bordenschlager at quarterback. He's just going to swing it over to Lorenzo Harrison. And Harrison only gets 2 yards on the swing pass. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. So Capehart in motion. And I don't know what happened there. Just a little miscommunication, but Bordenschlager takes it up the middle. And he's going to pick up 21 yards on a first down. I think he was trying to run like a jet sweep to Capehart. It just didn't work out. This time they get the jet sweep to Jaden Kama. Kama's only going to get a yard on the play. Now it's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Here's Bordenschlager. Looking for the screen. Finds Anthony McFarland. And brought down for a loss of 1. As Nick Wentworth just snuffs at the screenplay and Maryland punts it away. 1st and 10, Baltimore State from the 20. Jones under pressure, and he's brought down. Adam McClain, the former Quince Orchard High School star, with the sack. And Jones is just not fast enough to get away from defensive linemen like that. So this offensive line has to do a much better job of protecting him. So now 2nd and 22. Jones going to throw the screen to Harewood again. This time Harewood able to pick up 10 yards on the play. So not quite back to the original line of scrimmage, but a little closer now. 3rd and 12. Jones back to pass. He's going to throw it deep to Bentley, and Bentley kind of just pulls off his route. That's incomplete. Now Baltimore State has to punt to Maryland, and Terrapins have pretty good field position at the 43 now. Here's Bordenschlager on the option. And he's going to run, and he's just shy of the first down on 2nd and 11. So now it's going to be 3rd and 1. Man in motion to the right, and they're going to run the option. Here's the pitch, and Harrison blown up in the backfield. A great play made by Patrick Suttle. And now Maryland punts it away to Baltimore State. Seymour to return it. And Seymour with a little spin move. Gets to about the 26-yard line, but a flag on the play. It's going to be a clip that happened right in front of Seymour. And the culprit is Taquan Clay. So Maryland has the ball at their own, or no, Baltimore State, that is, has the ball at their own 6-yard line. Here's Jones. Waiting in the pocket, throws it, and he finds Johnson again. 21-yard gain in the first down. And this should be the last play of the first quarter, 2nd and 10. And Jones is brought down for a sack. As Latez Rogers able to get around Jamarcus Hutton with relative ease right there. And Jones just holds it way too long. Again, not being able to scramble just kind of affects Jones in that way. And it's going to be a 3rd and 16 as we end the first quarter. Baltimore State up 3-0. Their offense has not really gotten started in this game, but defensively they're really holding Maryland down. So we open up the second quarter with a 3rd and 16 after a big sack to end the first quarter. Jones going to fake it to Seymour. Throws it over the middle. There's Duncan. But Duncan unable to turn it into something bigger. Gets 10 yards, and that's about it. So Baltimore State going to punt it. And Aaron Manley able to punt it pretty deep. Gets out at the 24-yard line, but a flag. And this is going to be against Maryland, a clipping call. And that's going to be against Fofi Bazzi, another Quince Orchard star, or former Quince Orchard star, that is. And now we go to a 3rd and 10 for the Terrapins from their own 12. Bortenschlager back to pass. Avoids a sack. He's going to throw it deep and nearly intercepted by Nordley Ford. As Bortenschlager is able to avoid a sack but nearly makes a huge mistake. But he gets away with that one, so Maryland has to punt it. And here's Seymour up the right side. Seymour to the 40, the 30, out to the past the 20 to the 10, and he gets down at about the 8-yard line. And Baltimore State in great position to get a touchdown now. Here's Jones on 1st and goal, gonna throw to Harewood, and Harewood able to make the catch for the touchdown. And that is Franklin Jones' first touchdown pass as a starter, at least. His 9th of his career. As the Terrapins defense just lets Harewood wide open on the right side. So now a 10-0 lead for the Stallions. As Maryland has Bortenschlager back to pass. He's going to try to run, gets hit, breaks 2 tackles, and Suttle comes out, can't bring him down. And Bortenschlager just moving around like a pinball machine, gets the first down, but now we have a 3rd and 1. Here's Bortenschlager, gets hit on the option, fumbles it. Harrison able to pick it up, but he's not going to go anywhere. Loses 6 yards altogether, and Maryland has to punt it again. So now a 2nd and 6. Here's Jones, going to roll out left, and throws it last second to Rayshawn Griffin, that is. And a loss of 1 on the play. Now a 3rd and 7. Here's Jones. He's going to throw left side, and a great catch by Aldrin Johnson by the sideline, able to get what looks like both feet in bounds, but this play will be reviewed. And honestly, you look at this, that's good in the NFL. You only need 1 foot in college, but you need 2 in the NFL. That's good in the NFL. He got both feet in bounds. So this call is going to stand pretty obviously. Don't even know why this was really a review. But anyway, Baltimore State ball still. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Hand off to Seymour to the left side. He takes it to the sideline, cuts it inside, and gets about 10 yards. Just shy of the first down marker. It's going to be 3rd and inches. And hand off to Seymour up the left side. And an 8-yard carry and a first down. Seymour 6 carries for 33 yards so far in this game. Now we got a 2nd and 9. Harewood in motion. Handoff on the jet sweep, and Harewood takes it to the outside. Juke move inside. Able to get down to the 4-yard line, an 11-yard carry for the speedy receiver. So now 1st and goal inside the 5. Handoff to Seymour. He's going to get down to about the 1-yard line, a 3-yard carry on the play. Now 2nd and goal. Here's Jones. Rolls out left. And let's see what he does. He's going to throw it and nearly intercepted by Jamal Hughes. Just a bad decision by Jones trying to flip it to his receiver. Now it's a 3rd and goal. A handoff left side to Seymour. And he probably should have cut it in a little sooner than that, but loses a yard in the play. Deion Jones makes a play, and now Baltimore State going to go for it with 1:35 to go. Jones going to roll out left and tries to throw it across his body again, almost intercepted, but incomplete. Maryland's going to get the ball on downs at the 1-yard line now. Questionable decision by Baltimore State. But now a handoff to Harrison, and now it's not so questionable because now it kind of works in Baltimore State's favor as Maryland gives up a safety as Harrison just does not get the blocking to get out of the end zone. So now Baltimore State gets the ball back with a 12-0 lead as Seymour able to run it up the middle on the read option. Gets about 9 yards and a 2nd and 1 coming up now. And Baltimore State going no huddle. Here's Jones. Going to throw over the middle to Johnson, and he makes a 7-yard gain in the first down. So Baltimore State has 3 timeouts left, so they're playing a little loose now. As Jones rolls out right, finds Duncan who makes the catch, and he's up the sideline inside the 30 and brought out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And Duncan is really hard to cover one-on-one, and Maryland was in man coverage that time. And Duncan able to get separation. Jones throws a great ball. And now Baltimore State in scoring position yet again. So now 1st and 10. Handoff to Reed. And what a spin move to avoid a loss on the play. And he's able to pick up about 7 yards. Baltimore State will burn a timeout. Now it's 2nd and 3. 2 receivers on either side. Here's Jones going to throw it to Harewood. Able to get a first down. So Baltimore State not going to use a timeout. They're going to hurry to the line now. Here's Jones. Going to throw right side to the end zone, and Bentley pulls away again, and that's nearly intercepted. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10, 23 seconds to go. Here's Jones. Throws over the middle and nearly intercepted again by Daniels. It's not a good enough cut on the play by Duncan. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 10. Here's Jones. Throws it quickly, and for a 3rd time nearly intercepted. That's Daniels again. And Baltimore State will have to settle for another Philip Hayden field goal. And it's up and good. So Baltimore State will go into the half up 15-0 over Maryland. And we will be right back with the halftime report and, of course, the second half as well. Welcome back, everybody, to the halftime report and the second half of this game. As Baltimore State's offense has kind of just stalled at certain points in this game. But defensively, they've been lights out. They've shut down this Maryland offense almost completely, getting a safety as well. Haven't forced any turnovers yet, but I'm sure we'll get at least 1 or 2 in the second half. Offensively, they just have to finish drives, and they got to get the run game a little more involved in the offense as well. As we begin the second half, Aaron Manley going to kick it deep to Maryland, and Javon Leak going to return this one. Leak going to take it up the middle, then cuts left side. Leak has space. This might be a big return, a block. Subtle can't bring him down. And Mosier Dalton able to bring him out of bounds. The true freshman saves a touchdown, but Maryland in great field position. Inside the 20 now. It's a 2nd and 5. Handed off to Lorenzo Harrison. And Harrison gets about 2 yards on the play. Now 3rd down. 3 receivers to the left side as Bortenschlager drops back. Throws right side and incomplete. Brad Brown on the coverage, and it just looks like Capehart couldn't hold on to it. So now Maryland going to kick a field goal to break the shutout. Here's the kick, and it is good. So Maryland able to break the shutout. Still down 15-3 as we get another update. Michigan State over number 21 Oregon 37-34. Michigan State not quite ranked. They've kind of fell off in recent years, but hopefully one day for them they can get back into the top 25. So now 2nd and 8. Jones on the option. He's going to pitch it last second, but a fumble. That's still going to be a first down because Jones was already across the line before he went out of bounds. But very dangerous play on that play. Now 3rd and 9, thrown over the middle to Duncan. He makes the catch, gets an 18-yard gain, and another first down. So far, 5 catches for 97 yards for Duncan in this game, as he looks to have a very good senior campaign. He wants to go to the NFL. He wants to get drafted this year. So we'll see what kind of season he has. Now 2nd and 10 for Baltimore State. Jones under pressure, has to scramble. Slides down after a gain of 5. So not the most fleet-footed guy, but he's able to get some yardage right there. So now a 3rd and 5. 2 receivers to the right side. A play fake. Jones is going to dump it off to Miles Reed. Reed able to get the first down to about the 33-yard line. And another first down for the Stallions as they look to extend their lead. 1st and 10. Jones going to step up and throw, and a great catch by Duncan again. This time a 15-yard gain, and he gets inside the 20-yard line. And another great route by Duncan. He looks to be Jones's main target out of the slot. Now 1st and goal in the red zone. Tracy in motion to the left. And another handoff to Seymour. He takes it up the left side. And a nice juke move to get ahead and gets to inside the 5-yard line. 12-yard gain and another first down. And Baltimore State is knocking on the door. Can they finish this drive, though? 2nd and goal, and Seymour's blown up in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. There's Kieran Howard on the tackle. Now 3rd and goal. Jones rolls out to the right. He's going to throw it. Finds Griffin, but Griffin only going to get a yard. And the Stallions will have to settle for another field goal. Now an 18-3 game. As we get another studio update, and it looks like Oregon actually has defeated Michigan State 41-37. The Ducks were trailing just a moment ago, but they were able to get a touchdown late in the game in order to secure the victory. So 41-37, Oregon wins their first game of the season. 1st and 10 for Maryland. Bortenschlager off the play action, able to find Nelson over the middle for a 14-yard gain in the first down. Maryland's starting to show some life offensively. And another blown play, and this time Bortenschlager loses 2 on the play. Brad Brown able to make the tackle. Now 3rd and 12. Here's Bortenschlager. Just couldn't find anybody, ran out of time, and an incomplete pass. And now it's going to be a 4th down, and Maryland's just going to punt it to Baltimore State again. So now 1st and 10. Can the Stallions finally get into the end zone? And here's Seymour running, gets about 9 yards. They do have a touchdown on the game, but offensively, just been really inconsistent once they get to the red zone. Outside of the 1 touchdown they do have. 2nd and 1, handoff to Reed. And Reed able to get about 3 yards on the play. And that's going to give him another set of downs. Reed only 4 for 8 on the ground in this game so far. Now 1st and 10, a play action. Here's Jones. He has time. He might try to scramble. No, he throws last second, and he finds Harewood, who gets down to the 45-yard line, and another first down. A great play by Jones there. Now 1st and 10. Seymour on the run to the left side, gets about 7 yards. And as we wind down the 3rd quarter, down to about 35 seconds, Baltimore State starting to drive as Jones able to throw to Harewood in the flat. And gets about 9 yards and another first down for the Stallions. So now 1st and 10 with about 20 seconds left in the quarter. Another handoff to Seymour on the left side. Seymour gets up to about the 20-yard line, a 9-yard gain in the play, and that should end the 3rd quarter. As Baltimore State is dominating Maryland a lot more than the score shows. They're up 18-3, but the big question is, can they finally finish in the red zone? And we're back with the 4th quarter. Baltimore State has a 3rd and 1. They're going to hand it off to Tracy again up the middle. Antoine Tracy's definitely gotten the ball a lot more than he usually has in the past. His 2nd carry of the game goes for his 2nd first down of the game. So now 1st and 10 as Baltimore State looks to finish this drive. Jones out to Harewood, and Harewood with another first down. 12-yard gain in the play. And the Stallions are in position to finish this drive. Miles Reed actually throws a halfback pass, but incomplete, just totally towards the sideline. He was looking for Aldrin Johnson, just threw it a little too far out, though. So now it's a 2nd and goal. Hand off to Seymour. He's going to cut it outside, and he's going to finish in the end zone for a touchdown. Baltimore State gets their 2nd touchdown of the game. And now a 25-3 lead. As Maryland still looking to find some offense in this game. 1st and 10 as Harrison able to run over a man, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul.
And it's going to be a clip against Maryland. That's going to be Johnny Jordan on the play. So now we go to a 3rd and 21. Bortenschlager looking to throw deep. Able to find Kama, but Kama can't hold on to it. Heard footsteps and just let go of the ball. And as you see the offense at a glance, 62 plays for Baltimore State, only 27 for Maryland. 21 first downs for Baltimore State, 4 for Maryland. Stallions have dominated this game throughout as Seymour gets the first down carry. Taking it to the left side, and he's brought down from behind, but gets a first down on an 11-yard gain. Now 1st and 10, Reed checks into the game, and Miles Reed up the left side. Gets a block, Reed has space, and I think he's going to take it. Yes, he does. Touchdown, Baltimore State, as Miles Reed goes for a 45-yard touchdown run. Now it's 32-3 Maryland. This game is just about over, as Harrison on a 3rd and 7 is brought down in the backfield, and Maryland will yet again punt. So Baltimore State starts the drive from the 47. A handoff right side to Seymour. Gets a block. Seymour has space, and look at his speed all the way for his own long touchdown run. 53 yards, and the Stallions effectively put an exclamation point on this game. And now this game is really starting to look like the blowout that it's pretty much been for all 4 quarters. Now we go a little further into the 4th quarter. Baltimore State has their backups in on defense. And here's the pass to Harrison. And Harrison finally going to get the Terrapins a touchdown, as the backup defense just gave up a lot of yards in this drive. But overall, the starters really shut Maryland's offense down. And one more play from this game as Nico Riles checks in for the Stallions. And an option play, he's going to pitch it out to Jimmy Blackman, and Blackman's going to get a touchdown run. And that's going to do it for the scoring in this game. Baltimore State all over Maryland for their 3rd win. Now 3-0 against the Terrapins as they win this one 46-10. This is actually the last play of the game, more or less, outside of a kneel. Bortenschlager going to throw it, and he's intercepted by Demerick Cole. And that is all she wrote. Finally a turnover in this game, as Baltimore State just absolutely dominated Maryland defensively this entire game. Terrapins just never really able to get going until the second team came in. And by that time, it was already a blowout on the scoreboard as well as on the field. But again, 46-10, your final. The Stallions get their 3rd straight win over the Terrapins. Terrapins still have never beaten Baltimore State, although they've only played each other for 3 years. Overall, Baltimore State's offense played pretty well as well. Franklin Jones had a really good game, as did Josh Seymour and Miles Reed. But the big issue I have with the offense is it was just a few too many times that the Stallions had to settle for 3, or that they just kind of stalled out once they got to the red zone. 3 out of the 5 red zone drives that were pretty much meaningful in this game ended up either being a field goal or a failed 4th down. I just think Baltimore State has to get more consistency out of their offense, especially we got to play Washington in a few weeks. We got Arkansas next week. You can't overlook them. Arkansas is an SEC team. They're not a great team, but they're still an SEC team. But we'll figure it out, hopefully. As overall, the defense obviously played very well in this game. I think Bortenschlager for most of the game only had like 14 passing yards, and then like once the second team came in, then he started getting more, just because like obviously the second team's not going to be as good as the first, so they're going to allow more big plays, and that's when they scored their touchdown as well. I also think the kick coverage has to get a lot better. I mean, they gave up a huge return in this game that set up the Maryland field goal. The only points they had outside of garbage time, when they were still somewhat in the game. But Baltimore State's defense, to their credit, did a great job of making the stand right there, keeping Maryland out of the end zone. But honestly, they just got to do a better job on the kickoff coverage. Other than that, no real complaints from this game. I expected Baltimore State to win this game, but I didn't think it would be this dominant. I'm really impressed with how the defense played in this one. But overall, I'm very happy with the win. A 46-10 win over one of your rivals, especially your in-state rival. Always a good thing. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you made it this far, then God bless your heart. Make sure you hit the sub button if you're new. If you're a recurring sub, make sure you hit the bell so you can get notified every time I drop a video. Join the notification gang. Pledge to me on Patreon if you want to support the channel as well. That's not required by any means, but it'd just be helpful. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, night, and whenever you're watching this video. And I'm out of here. Deuces.